Most people believe a different brain means obvious genius, high grades, fast answers, impressing everyone. Psychology says that's wrong. When your brain works differently, it doesn't feel powerful. It feels isolating. It feels confusing. Sometimes it feels like you're broken because the world around you doesn't think the way you do. The truth is, most people never notice how their brain works. But if these thoughts feel normal to you, your mind is operating on a level most people never reach. Here are 8 thoughts that mean your brain works differently. 1. Why does everyone accept this without questioning it? You notice it everywhere: rules, traditions, social behaviors. People follow them automatically, no resistance, no curiosity. Your brain pauses. Who created this? Does this still make sense? What happens if it's wrong? Psychologists call this independent analytical processing. Most brains want certainty. Different brains want understanding. This thought makes you look difficult, but it's actually the foundation of intelligence. 2. This situation feels more complex than they're saying. When others rush to conclusions, your mind slows down. You sense missing variables, unspoken motives, long-term consequences no one mentions. Psychology calls this complexity sensitivity, the ability to detect depth where others see simplicity. Different brains don't decide fast. They decide accurately. To outsiders, you seem hesitant. In reality, you're processing more data. 3. I need silence to think properly. Noise drains you, too much talking, too many opinions, too much stimulation. Different brains use solitude as fuel, not escape. Psychologists found that intelligent minds require quiet to organize thoughts and simulate outcomes. Lower intelligence fears silence. Different intelligence uses it. That's why alone time feels productive to you, not lonely. 4. Something feels wrong, I just can't explain it yet. You sense problems before they appear, in people, in plans, in decisions. Psychology links this to advanced pattern recognition. Your brain detects inconsistencies subconsciously before logic catches up. That's why you often struggle to explain why something feels off, until later, when events prove you right. Your intuition isn't emotional, it's analytical information arriving early. 5. I might be wrong. This thought separates minds instantly. Most people defend their opinions like identity. Different brains leave room for error. Psychologists call this intellectual humility, and it strongly correlates with high-level thinking. You don't attach your ego to beliefs, you test them. That's why you change your mind when evidence appears, not because you're weak, but because accuracy matters more than pride. 6. Why does this bother me more than it bothers others? Inefficiency irritates you. Illogical behavior frustrates you. Unfairness sticks in your mind. Psychology explains this as cognitive sensitivity. Different brains don't just notice problems, they feel compelled to resolve them. While others adapt to nonsense, your mind resists it. That resistance isn't negativity, it's a system designed to improve things. 7. I don't fully belong here, but I don't know where I do. You've felt this since early life. Too thoughtful for shallow spaces, too quiet for loud ones, too deep for casual environments. Psychologists call this asynchronous cognition. Your thinking pace doesn't match the environment. So you adapt, or withdraw, or observe silently. Different brains often feel misplaced, not because they're superior, but because they operate on a different layer. 8. I think too much, but stopping feels worse. You've tried distractions, scrolling, noise, entertainment. It works briefly, then the thoughts return. Different brains aren't designed for mental silence. They're designed for continuous processing. Thinking isn't your problem, meaninglessness is. Your mind doesn't want distraction, it wants direction. Final truth brains that work differently don't feel special. They feel misunderstood. Most people live comfortably inside accepted ideas. Different minds feel restless until things make sense. If these thoughts felt familiar, your brain isn't broken. It's operating on a level most people never question. Most will watch this and scroll away. A few will pause and reflect. Those few usually think differently. Subscribe because this channel breaks down the psychology you've been living with quietly your entire life.